you just want to tell us about where we are and your experience here?
Well, this is Acadia National Park, and I've been coming here for almost 40 years.
What do you think is special about this park as opposed to other sections of Maine coastline? I mean, what's so special?
Oh, I think what's really, I mean, the scenery is a lot more, I mean, the coast is a lot more accessible, it seems to me. I mean, I guess if you know people or know places, you can get really right down to it. But it's really accessible, and it's just so varied and gorgeous. But the cool thing about the park is really the public-private stuff. I mean, this park wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Rockefellers, and that's a really neat, neat that they, donated so much. I mean, there's some really gorgeous spots on the island which are actually still, I think, in the family and stuff. But that's one of the really neat things about this park, I think, is that that kind of partnership, which is really, it's unique, I think.
So they donated
lots and lots of land, all the carriage trails. So if you go up in the park, the carriage trails were originally built by the Rockefellers, and there's a little place called Little Long Pond, which has a little boathouse on it and stuff like that. And that's still actually private land, and it's owned, I think, by the Rockefellers.
Oh, cool.
And the history of the island is neat. I mean, it was been forever the playground of the rich and famous, right? Martha Stewart has a place here, stuff like that. Still, but it's. I think more and more different kinds of people are coming here. That's really cool. So, a president was here last weekend, right?
Yeah. Do you have any special memories from this place that you wouldn't mind sharing with us?
Special memory? Well, let's see. I cooked my first lobster up here. One of the trips we took to Maine, we had seen the French chef lady. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on her name. But anyway, we watched it on TV. It was like, how do you cook a lobster? And basically, the cool thing is, if you cook it in seawater, you don't need to do anything else to it. You just go down and get some seawater because it's all salted and stuff like that. And Julia Child. I watched Julia Child on TV make a lobster. I said, well, hell, I can do that, right? So we got here and scooped up some seawater and made a lobster on a campfire up in one of the campgrounds. That was my first lobster. That was kind of cool.
Nice.
That doesn't have much to do with the scenery in the park,
no,
per se, but it was a neat experience. Right?
So can you tell us the quick and dirty, easy steps for cooking a Maine lobster at the campground?
Get a bunch of seawater in a big old pot that's big enough for the lobster, and you throw it in until it yells, and then you eat it. There are no secrets. Carriage trails are just amazing for cross-country skiing because they're gentle, right? Because they're carriage trails.
Right.
And but you're skiing along, it's all snow, and you can see this, and it's bright blue. It's really awesome. It's just a neat place. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And you can do things, or you can just sit on your butt and have a good time.
Nice.
So,
great. Well, thanks a lot.
Sure, no problem.